Hello, my dears. I hope you all are fine. In this episode, I'm going to explain ascertainment of claim when abnormal items of goods are available. Okay, so when the abnormal items of goods are available in the problem, how to calculate insurance claim amounts. Okay, so here abnormal items of goods are also called poor selling goods. So, what is the meaning of poor selling goods or abnormal items of goods means? See, in your textbook on page number 12 is very clearly given. Abnormal items of goods are those which cannot be sold at the normal price. Okay, so abnormal items of goods means the goods which cannot be sold at the normal price at normal price or has a slow rate of turnover. Such goods may include some poor selling of stock of goods and are generally valued at below cost. Okay, so these abnormal items of goods are generally valued at below cost and thus reduce the gross profit. So by that the gross profit will reduce. Okay, in order to determine the normal rate of gross profit, so when in the problem abnormal items of goods are given, to calculate the normal rate of gross profit, the stock and sale proceeds of these goods are to be eliminated. Okay, these goods are to be eliminated from the total sales or stock to calculate the gross profit amount. Okay, so these abnormal items of goods are eliminated from stock amount and sale proceeds amount. Okay, so your trading account in such a case is prepared in columnar form to show separately the normal and abnormal items. Okay, so in trading account in trading accounts, we prepare two columns, one column for normal items and one column for abnormal items. Okay, because on normal items only we calculate the gross profit amount. So that's why we show abnormal items separately. So the following are the main steps involved in calculating the claim in the presence of abnormal lines of goods. Okay, so these are the important steps in valuation of insurance claim amount. Okay, when in the case of abnormal items of goods are given. See, first step, the preparation of last year trading account. Okay, so generally, my dears, when we prepare trading accounts to find out the gross profit ratio, if in the problem gross profit ratio is given, no need to prepare trading account. Suppose gross profit ratio is not given, so we prepare trading account by taking these items like stock, purchase, sales of normal goods. Okay, even though abnormal items are given, we take normal goods. Okay, so in other words, value of abnormal goods included in opening stock, purchases, sales, and closing stock must be deducted from the respective items. Okay, so as I said just now, so here in opening stock, purchase, sales, and closing stock, when abnormal goods value is there, that amount we have to deduct from the respective items. It is the first step in trading account. Next, second step, calculation of rate of gross profit on sales. Okay, calculation of rate of gross profit on sales, okay, for current year. See, rate of gross profit on sales must be calculated with reference to gross profit on sale of normal goods. Okay, on normal goods only we calculate, and sales of normal goods only by the following formula. What is the formula here? Formula is same, but we take only the gross profit on sale of normal goods only, not abnormal loss. We ignore abnormal items while we calculate gross profit amount, gross profit ratio. Next, divided by sales of normal goods into 100. Okay, only gross profit on sale of normal goods and divided by sales of normal goods into 100. This is a formula for calculation of rate of gross profit. Right. Next, third step. Right. Third step, preparation of memorandum trading account. So while we preparing this account, value of abnormal goods included in opening stock, purchases and sales must be deducted from the respective item. Okay, when a abnormal goods amount is included, that amount we have to subtract from respective item and is to be shown in a separate column for abnormal items. Normal items we show in separate column and abnormal items we show separately. Gross profit must be calculated on the sales value of normal goods by applying rate of gross profit on normal sales. Okay, so here we apply the gross profit ratio which is calculated on normal sales in second step. Okay, right. So your gross profit must be calculated on the sales value of normal goods by applying rate of gross profit on normal sales, which is calculated in second step. The balancing figure will be closing stock of normal goods on the date of file. Okay, so in this way we calculate the estimated value of stock or closing stock. Okay, so my dear, just remember in the question we have to identify abnormal items. Okay, abnormal items of goods. So that abnormal items of goods we show separately in separate column. Okay, and normal goods, normal items of goods only we take in separate column. Okay, that is a main point. Next, the last step. What is the last step? Calculation of actual amount of loss. Okay, so here the statement in a previous problem explained, same statement we prepare. See, but we take stock of normal goods on the date of file, and also we take stock of abnormal goods on the date of file. Here normal items we are showing separate and abnormal items we are showing separate. So we get closing stock amount separately. Okay, so closing stock of normal goods on the date of file, and also we add closing stock of abnormal goods on the date of file. So both the amounts we take here. Okay, in trading account we show separately, but at the end we take the total closing stock of normal goods and abnormal goods. Then we deduct the value of salvage stock. If any given in the problem, that salvage stock value we have to deduct. Then we get the actual loss of stock. Okay, so next, here one more step is given, calculation of amount of claim. Okay, so there would not be any difference in calculation of amount of claim on account of existence of abnormal goods. So calculation of claim is also based on the extent of insurance. So in a previous class I explained, if insurance amount is given, we compare the estimated value of stock, okay, uh, with insurance policy amount. If the estimated value of stock is more, means we apply actual clause, sorry, average clause, right? So if the amount of policy is less than the total stock, amount of policy is less than means if the estimated value of stock is more, then we apply the average clause. Okay, so this point already you know. So remember these 5 points. Now topic related problem I'm going to explain. In your textbook, see problem number 12. First I am explaining problem number 12, page number 32. See the question. Retail stationery shop which was partly destroyed by fire on 27th June 2017. Okay, what is the fire accident date? 27th June 2017. The stock was insured for 13,000 rupees. My dear, here insurance policy amount is given. 13,000 rupees. Insurance policy amount given means we compare estimated value of stock with insured amount. Okay, if estimated value of stock amount is more, means we apply average clause. Okay, so remember this point. The balance sheet drawn on 31st December 2016 included the following items. Okay, 31st December 2016 means that is last year. Last year closing balance of stock 12,500. This closing stock we take as current year opening stock. Next, creditors 3,500. My dear, here last year creditors amount is given 3,500. Why they give creditors amount? Okay, we'll explain. On examination of the books of account for the subsequent period up to the date of the file, the following particulars were obtained. Sales 88,800 rupees. So current year sales up to the date of fire accident is 88,800. Next, to payments to creditors for goods 75,000. So here my dears, payment to creditors amount for goods 75,000 is given. So this amount we paid to creditors. Here creditors closing balance, last year balance given now. So to this amount we have to adjust this amount. Next, to creditors as on 27/6/2017, okay, up to the date of fire accident, we take this as closing creditors amount 1800 rupees. So this is last year closing now, so we take it as present year opening, and current year on the date of fire accident is given 1800. This amount we take as closing balance amount. Okay, next, the physical check of stock after the fire showed that items undamaged were 7,000 rupees. So this 7,000 rupees is salvaged stock. Okay, so from estimated value of stock we have to deduct the 7,000 rupees, right? Then only we get the actual value of stock destroyed. The normal rate of gross profit is 25%. Okay, normal rate of gross profit 25%. My dears, Here normal rate of gross profit is given in the problem, means no need to prepare last year trading account. So directly prepare current year memorandum trading accounts, right? But the stock on 31st December, this is the important point. Stock on 31st December 2016 included items of discontinued line totaling 3,800 rupees. So this is the abnormal items amount. Abnormal items amount is 3,800 rupees. Okay, na? See once again. Stock on 31st December 2016 means last year closing. That means in present year opening stock included items of discontinued line totaling 3,800 rupees. So this is a abnormal items value, which were all sold during the next 2 months at cost. These abnormal items also we sold in the current year only. The current year only we sold this amount, but how we sold is not mentioned. So we sold at the same cost. Sorry, at cost is mentioned. No? So at the same cost we sold for 3,800 worth of goods. We sold for 3,800 only. Okay. So you are required to compute the amount of claim to be made to the insurer. Okay. So my dears, in this problem, as purchase amount is not given, creditors information is given. So by the help of creditors information, we only find out the total purchase for the current year up to the date of fire accident. Okay. So that's why here I prepared creditors account. Okay. Along with memorandum trading account. No need of trading account. So directly memorandum trading account. Memorandum trading account for the year ending. What's the closing date? I mean up to the date of fire accident, that is 27th June 2017. Okay, memorandum trading account up to 27th June 2017. So first I am calculating the purchase amount. Okay, in creditors account, by closing the creditors account we get the purchase. Okay, see how to calculate purchase amount means first we take the information what is given in the problem. In creditors account, last year closing balance means current year opening balance only now. So creditors opening balance we take credit side as by balance brought down 3,500. Okay, next to the creditors, in current year we paid 75,000 rupees. Okay, 75,000 rupees we paid in the current year. Okay, so the 75,000 rupees comes creditors account debit side because the entry is creditors account debtor to cash account. So debit side to cash account 75,000. Next, at the date of fire accident, see here creditors as on 27/6/2017 1,800 rupees. This is a closing balance up to the date of fire accident. What is the closing balance? 1,800 rupees. So closing balance we take debit side as two balance carried down 1,800 rupees. So this is the creditors information. Now I am closing this account. The balance amount only purchase amount. So here debit side is more. Total 76,800 minus 3,500. So here I am getting the balance of 73,300 rupees. This is a purchase amount during the current year. Okay, up to the date of fire accident, what is the purchase amount? 73,300. Now post all the items in memorandum trading account. First we take opening stock. So my dears, here opening stock means last year closing stock. Even in the problem, yes, 12,500. So that 12,500 rupees I am taking first in total column, because in this abnormal items value is included and normal items value is included. Okay, so we have to show separately. Okay, now in the problem abnormal items are given in the problem means we have to show normal items separately and abnormal items separately. Okay, because the gross profit amount, current year gross profit amount, we calculate only on normal items value. So that's why we have to show in columnar method, right? So first, how to know normal items value, abnormal items value means, see last point 3,800 rupees. This 3,800 rupees discontinued line totaling, included items of discontinued line totaling is 3,800 rupees, clearly mentioned in this problem. Okay, so this 3,800 rupees we take as abnormal items. So 3800 abnormal items means the remaining balance normal items. In normal items column 8700 rupees. Understood now? Right. Next, purchase. In purchase, normal items, abnormal items is not mentioned in the problem. So direct we take total purchase amount in normal items column only. So your total purchase amount 73,300 I took in normal items column. Next, the problem sales. We take the next item sales. So the problem total sales amount is how much given? 88,800 rupees. Okay, the total sales amount is 88,800 rupees. Okay, so in total column 88,800. But in this, what is the normal item and abnormal item value? So abnormal items amount is 3,800. The opening stock we have now 3,800. That value, that goods we sold at same cost. Same cost means same amount we take. Selling price also same. And the remaining balance only normal items value. Normal item sale value is in this problem, yes, the balance 85,000. Okay, next, gross profit. So in the question, ratio is given. Last year ratio is 25%. So this 25% but clearly given on cost. Okay, suppose on sales means we take directly 25 by 100, rate by 100. But on cost mention means how we take 25 by 100 plus rate. So 25 by 125 we calculate. But on what amount we calculate? Not on total sales. Okay, now. So we take only normal item sales. Normal item sales means 85,000. So on 85,000 only we calculate the gross profit amount for the current year. So that means here 85,000, the rate is 25% on cost. So divided by 125. So current year gross profit we take 17,000. Okay, for normal items. So in this way we do the problem. If abnormal items are available in the problem means we do like this. Now I am closing memorandum trading accounts. First, normal items total debit side 99,000 minus 85,000 means the closing stock. The closing stock normal items is 14,000. In abnormal loss, in this problem, in abnormal loss there is no closing stock because 3,800 abnormal items goods we sold for 3,800. So there is no closing stock. Okay. See total column also. If we close total column, we get the same balance. There's 17,000 gross profit now. So total column debit side 1,02,800 minus 88,800. So the balance is 14,000 only. Right? So we calculated estimated value of stock, that is 14,000, including normal items and abnormal items. So direct I am taking 14,000 rupees. The statement of insurance claim. Estimated value of stock of normal items plus abnormal items is 14,000 only. My dears, in the question salvage stock. Salvage stock is given 7,000. So minus value of salvage stock, that is 7,000 rupees. So then we get actual value of stock destroyed is 7,000 rupees. Actual value of stock destroyed is 7,000 rupees. Suppose in the problem insurance policy amount is not given, this is only we treat as insurance claim amount. Okay, but in the problem insurance policy amount is given 13,000 rupees. So comparing to this, estimated value of stock is more. So then what we apply? We apply average clause. So what is the average clause principle? Yes. value of insurance policy, right, divided by estimated value of stock in this problem including abnormal items into actual value of stock destroyed, right. See here, value of insurance policy, the question given 13,000 rupees divided by estimated value of stock we calculated including normal and abnormal items 14,000 rupees. So 13,000 divided by 14,000, okay, into 7,000 rupees. Actual value of stock destroyed is 7,000. So the balance 6,500 is the answer. So this is the amount of insurance claim. So therefore the amount of claim to be lodged is 6,500 rupees. Okay, so this is the problem. Next, I'm going to explain one more important problem in your textbook on page number 32. See problem number 10. Very important problem. First, see the question. On 30th September 2017, the stock of Fred Perry was lost in a fire accident. From the available records, the following information is made available to you to enable you to prepare a statement of claim on the insurance. Right. So stock at cost on 1st April 2016 is 37,500. Okay. Next, stock at cost on 31st March 2017 52,000. So this is the last year opening stock. This is current last year closing stock. That means present year opening stock. Next, to purchase less returns for the year ended 31st March 2017 means last year purchase amount. Next, to sales less returns up to 30th September 2017. So this is current year sales amount. Okay, 1,84,050 rupees. Next, sales less returns for the year ended 31st March 2017 means this is last year sales amount. Next, purchase less returns up to 30th September 2017 means current year purchase amount. In additional information, it's an important point. In valuing stock on 31st March 2017, due to obsolescence, 50% of the value of the stock which originally cost 6,000 rupees had been written off. Okay, so this is a abnormal item value. What is the amount of abnormal items? See, in 6,000, 50% of the amount. 50% of the amount is abnormal items value. In May 2017, 3/4 of the stock had been sold at 90% of the original cost. In total, abnormal item value is 6,000 now. So in 6,000 rupees, 3/4 of the stock had been sold at 90%. Okay, in 6,000, only 3/4 of amount, 3/4 of goods are sold at 90% of the original cost. Okay, and it is now expected that the balance of the obsolete stock would be also realized the same price. The balance means, what is the balance after selling 3/4? What is the balance? 1/4. So that 1/4 is expected that the balance of obsolete stock would also realize the same price. The remaining 1/4 also realized at same price. But that 1/4 amount, 1/4 of goods are not sold. Only 3/4 goods are sold. 1/4 are not sold, but the realized amount we have to take as the same cost, that is 90% of the original cost. That is important point. Next, subject to the above, gross profit had remained uniform throughout. Okay, stock to the value of 7,200 rupees was salvaged. The value of stock was salvaged is 7,200 rupees. So in this problem, ideas, insurance policy amount is not given, so no need to apply average clause. But in the problem, gross profit ratio is not given, so we have to prepare last year trading accounts. Okay, now in last problem, gross profit ratio is given, so we not prepared trading account. Here we need to prepare trading account as gross profit ratio is not given. So here I prepared first trading account of last year, and also I prepared current year's memorandum trading accounts up to the date of fire accident, that is 30th September 2017. So here I prepared separate columns. So normal items separate column and abnormal items separate column, and also I prepared the total column. Next, statement showing the amount of claim. Okay, so first I'm taking the items in trading accounts. The first item, the opening stock. So here last year opening stock is given 37,500 rupees. 37,500. Okay, next, second item is purchase. So last year purchase, what is the last year purchase? 2,53,750. Next, credit side, sales. The sales amount is 3,15,000. 3,15,000 sales. Next, very important, closing stock. See, here total closing stock is given 52,000. But my dears, in 52,000 we also need to add. So my dears, here to the closing stock amount of 52,000, I added 50% of 6,000 rupees, which is written off due to obsolescence. Okay, so why I added this 3,000 rupees means this 3,000 rupees is showed low cost. Okay, so that 3,000 rupees we have to add, the remaining balance only we take in outer column. Okay, now so this is a important adjustment, right? Now I'm closing last year trading accounts. The credit side total getting 3,70,000 and minus debit side total. So the balance 78,750 rupees. This is gross profit. Last year gross profit is 78,750 rupees. So here actual amount is 6,000 only. Okay, actual abnormal items value is 6,000, but only 50% of the amount is written off is mentioned in the problem. So that's why we have to add only 3,000 rupees. Suppose this 50% of the amount is written off is not mentioned means we take 6,000 rupees. Okay, now so we adjust 6,000 rupees. This is important point. Okay, next, calculation of gross profit ratio. Here we got now gross profit. So in working notes I am calculating gross profit ratio of last year. Gross profit ratio is equal to gross profit, it is 78,750 divided by sales 3,15,000. Okay, so my dears, here 3,15,000 normal items only. There is no abnormal items. Abnormal items are only in current year. Okay, so direct I'm taking 3,15,000 into 100. So it is a gross profit ratio 25%. Okay, next, memorandum trading accounts. The first item is opening stock. In opening stock, the question, total opening stock, how much given? Yes, 55,000. Last year amount only we take now. In total column 55,000. But in 55,000, what is the abnormal items value? Abnormal items value is 6,000 rupees. Abnormal items value is 6,000 means what is the normal items value? The balance 49,000. Only 49,000 is normal items. That normal items 49,000 is the amount. Okay. Next, purchases. In purchases, total current year purchase how much given? Is 1,45,000. Current year purchases 1,45,000. This there is no normal items value. So direct I am taking 1,45,000 in normal items column. Okay. Next, gross profit. Okay. So on what amount we calculate gross profit? On current year sales amount. So my dears, in this problem, current year sales amount is given total 1,84,050 rupees. Right? 1,84,050 rupees. But in 1,84,050 rupees, what is the abnormal items value? The abnormal items value, okay, see in the question, they said only 90% of the original cost. Okay, only 3/4 of the stock had been sold at 90% of the original cost. So that amount we have to calculate. So in working notes, I am showing how to calculate that amount. Okay, value of abnormal sales. Value of abnormal sales. See, total abnormal items value is 6,000 rupees. In this we sold only 3/4. How much cost? Okay, 6,000, 90% cost at 90%. So into 90 by 100. So what is the abnormal sales means 4,050 rupees. This is very very important. Okay, total abnormal items value is 6,000 rupees. So in this we sold only 3/4 amount. So 3/4 into how we sold at 90% value cost. 90% means 90 by 100. So abnormal sales amount is 4,050 rupees. Abnormal sales 4,050 rupees means the remaining balance normal sales. Okay. So what is the normal sales means the remaining balance, that is 1,80,000. 184,050 minus 4,050, the balance 1,80,000 is normal sales. Okay, next, now we calculate gross profit amount. On what amount we calculate gross profit? Okay, on normal sales only, on normal items value only we calculate gross profit amount. What is the gross profit ratio? 25%. So 25% on 1,80,000. See, 1,80,000 into 25%, that is 45,000. 45,000 only current year gross profit on normal sales. Now I am closing the memorandum trading accounts. Memorandum trading accounts we have to close to find out the estimated value of stock. See, debit side total I am getting 2,39,000. 2,39,000 minus 1,80,000. So the balance 59,000 is the closing stock. 59,000 is the closing stock. Okay, in normal goods. Next, abnormal items. For abnormal items, okay, total amount we not sold now. See, in 6,000 we sold only 3/4. 3/4 sold means 1/4 is left now. So next working note, closing stock. Closing stock of abnormal items. In previous problem, total amount is sold at same cost. So that's why there is no closing stock in abnormal goods. But in this problem, closing stock of abnormal items is there. So how to get that amount means, see, in 6,000, 3/4 sold means 1/4 unsold. That amount also realized at 90% of the cost. So 90%. So that means 1350 rupees. 1350 rupees only the closing stock amount of abnormal items. So I am taking 1350 rupees in abnormal items column. So what is the current year closing stock means, including abnormal items? Yes, 60,350 rupees. Okay, 60,350 rupees is the total closing stock, estimated value of stock. Okay, right. See, abnormal items debit side total 6,000. After deducting these two amounts, I am getting the balance of 600 rupees. That is gross loss. Gross loss on abnormal items. Okay, 600 rupees. And total column, in total column, credit side got 2,44,400, and after deducting debit side items, I got 44,400 rupees of gross profit. Okay, because see, from normal items I got 45,000 profit, and from abnormal items I got 600 loss. So orally, okay, I got 44,400 rupees of gross profit. 45,000 minus 600, 44,400 current year total gross profit. Okay, next, the statement of insurance claim. Okay, in statement of insurance claim, what we take? First we take estimated value of stock. Estimated value of stock. Normal items, that is 59,000, plus abnormal items 1350. From normal items 59,000 and abnormal items of closing stock 1350. So total closing stock is 60,350 rupees. In the question, value of salvaged stock is given. So I am deducting the value of salvaged stock. See how much given? Yes, 7,200 rupees. So the remaining balance only in this problem, insurance claim. Okay, what is the remaining balance? 53,150. This is a insurance claim amount because the question insurance policy amount is not given. So the actual value of stock destroyed only we treat as the amount of claim to be lodged. Therefore, amount of claim to be lodged is 53,150 rupees. Okay, so this is very important for 12 marks. So similar problems are given in your textbook. So you can practice up to 14th problem. Okay, next one more topic is there in this chapter, that is loss of profit policy. Okay, so that is a last topic. So next episode I'm going to explain the topic. Okay, thank you, take care.